Ask for money and get advice. Ask for advice, get money twice. I'm from the dirty.
First recipe we're going to show you is the vanilla caramel pumpkin spice hot chocolate. So what you're going to need is vanilla caramel. It's coffee creamer. You're going to need a cup. You're going to need hot chocolate mix. And you can make your own hot chocolate. We're just using it from a package. You're also going to need pumpkin pie spice. You can use pumpkin spice too, but we just have that. And a spoon. Okay, so I'm just going to take the hot chocolate mix and pour the whole thing in there. I forgot to mention, but you will need a half a teaspoon. So I'm just going to take a half a teaspoon, shake it out. And you don't want to put too much or else it won't taste good. So I'm just going to pour that in there. I'm just going to put the mug under the coffee brewer, lift it up, and I'm going to put the smallest cup. Once it's done, you're just going to take the vanilla caramel, and you could just estimate how much you want to put in there. Okay. So now you're just going to take your spoon, which is the last step, and stir it all up. This is how your final thing comes out.
For the second portion of this video, this is our second DIY, and this is a Halloween-inspired drink. So, what you're going to need is a mason jar. Right now, we only have a cup because we are freezing what I'm about to show you how to make. So you'll see the mason jar in the second half of this recipe. You will need yellow Gatorade, otherwise you can use orange or green. You will need rainbow sherbet, or you can just use green and orange ice cream. The best are the fruity kinds. You will also need red and green food dye if you are using yellow Gatorade. Last thing you will need is an ice cream scoop. So let's get started. First, what I'm going to do is take my mason jar. Right now we're using the cup, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your ice cream scoop and your ice cream. So you're just going to take your ice cream. I'm going to take the orange part of the sherbet. Yes, there's a little bit of pink. There's a little bit of pink in the sherbet, but that's okay. It'll just give it a little bit more of a pinky orange or a reddish orange. So I'm just going to take all of that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yellow Gatorade. So next I'm going to take my Gatorade and pour in in your mason jar. You're going to have more ice cream and more Gatorade, but this cup is pretty small, so this is how we're going to do it right now. Then you're just going to take whatever you want to use to stir. I'm just using this chopstick, and you're just going to mix it. If you have to, you can put it in the microwave for 10-second intervals. I'll use this fork. I'm going to get all these chunks out, but the microwave can do that too. Then, since I used yellow Gatorade, I'm going to be adding some red food coloring. And if you have like white Gatorade or red Gatorade, you can just add yellow and red food coloring or just yellow food coloring. So now, once you have your mixture, you're just going to put this in the freezer until a thin layer on top is frozen, or you can just wait until the whole thing is frozen. If it's frozen at the top, you don't want to make holes because then your colors will mix when you add the green. As you can see in the back here, the mason jar has been in the freezer for quite a while, so the thin layer of it is frosted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green sherbet. I'm just going to scoop it in my cup. I'm just using 2 cups so my colors don't mix. I'm just going to scoop it in so they don't mix. Take some green food coloring and just drop some in. This will be for the Gatorade. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to add my yellow Gatorade. And then I'm just going to mix. I'm going to put mine in the microwave for a couple seconds so it melts. So I'm going to do 10-second intervals. So now these are both going back in the freezer, so this one can harden a little bit more while this one's cooling down from the microwave, because if I put the hot liquid on top of this, it'll melt the top layer and they will sink and mix and make an ugly brown, which we do not want. So I will go do that now. So as you can see, we took the mason jar and the cup back out of the freezer. No, they're not completely frozen yet, but they're chill, so they won't mix that much. If they mix a little, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just gonna give it like a creepy Halloween look. The whole thing won't mix, just maybe little pieces of it. In the end, I'm going to pour some ginger ale on top to give it a fizzy, creepy kind of look. And I will also draw a pumpkin face or just a face on with the Sharpie. So, going to pour this on top. And as you can see, I'm a bad pourer and I got some on the table. Well, it's okay. So you can see how it kind of mixed a little down here, but you can see it looks really cool. Now I'm going to take the Sprite and I'm just going to pour this on top. It is green, so it's perfect for the green. And it looks disgusting and creepy and it's very Halloween-like, but yet it's still fall colors. Now I'm going to take a straw, just stick it in there, and I'm going to draw the face. It doesn't show up that well, but it's still a nice little touch for Halloween. But, I mean, it's a very cute little Halloween drink. Yes, it's also not the cutest. You can make them look very zombie-ish. You can take some paper and wrap it around it, make it look like a little zombie if you want, and just do all green with some Sprite. Perfect idea for parties. And yes, I know, again, not very cute, but very delicious. And that's our video, so we hope you enjoyed the 2 recipes. Thanks for watching.
Bye.